What's good, everybody? It's your boy Kelly Kel TV, aka the Durag King. Chest slash for you and the crew, back with another movie reaction. Man, we are getting juicy with the movies. When I say the fall slash winter is about to have some of the best movies coming out, all the movies I've been watching right now has not flopped at all. What did I just watch? Fast 9, pretty good movie, bro. You guys gotta go watch that reaction, bro. The way IGN rated that movie is absolutely insane. Never would have thought about it. But Suicide Squad, let me tell you guys about this one. This is the Suicide Squad review, man. Listen, this was way better than the first one. The first one wasn't even like it was good. It was just I don't know what Suicide Squad is supposed to be though. I don't know if it's supposed to be action or funny because this movie was action. It was super funny. The first one was super actiony. Like what is this supposed to be? I don't know what it's supposed to be. But if I had to choose which one I would watch forever, this one. This one was way better. It was 10 times better than the first one. It was funny. There's not that many action in this movie. I mean, there's a couple of little parts, but like from the start scene, bro, I'm just dying laughing. Like you guys would see, like, bro, this movie was pretty damn near good. I could watch this movie again too, man. There's a lot of these goddamn movies, man. It's getting good. Now I'm not a huge comic nerd, so I don't know who some of these characters is. I do have a couple questions though. This guy right here, I don't know who he is or what his powers is. I wish I could have seen a little bit what his powers was because he died immediately in the beginning. Spoiler. If you're watching this reaction, it's definitely a spoiler. I don't know who that was, but he should have stayed alive a little bit more so I could see who he was. John Cena. I'm just go ahead and click it. John Cena's on a roll. John Cena is on a roll, bro. Shout out to John Cena. He's on a roll.
The Suicide Squad isn't so much a reboot.
He's on a freaking roll. Oh, IGN. Before they rate this movie, I'm rating this movie a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 only because they could add a little bit more action and the story was terrible. I know I keep saying it's about story. Kelly, damn, Kelly, the goddamn story. The story was terrible. This one, the story was ass. I mean, I didn't understand what the hell was going on. It was just funny. Starfish shit. Like, I don't freaking know what was going on. Plot twist, whatever. But the story was ass. But 7.5 out of 10 because it was straight ass hilarious and I could watch it again. Crazy movie. IGN probably will rate it the same because me and IGN thinks the same, except on Fast 9. We did not think the same.
As it is a complete do-over, and this time
it is, and that's what I was saying too. It is a do-over, isn't it? Different characters, but it is a do-over from the first one. So technically, it's not the second one. Technically, it's a reboot of the first one. This reboot is way better than the first one. Way better. I think when they say James Gunn directed this, the same guy that did the Guardians of the Galaxy. So he did a pretty damn near good job. He did the Zack Snyder cut of this. I'll fuck with him for that.
This irreverent, ultra-violent romp is DC's best film in years.
Any questions?
Hand.
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
I love the shark, man. The shark was one of my favorite characters in the freaking movie, man. Either the shark or the rat girl. That shit was hilarious.
Up to its name in gruesome fashion. We've come to expect that costume heroes and villains will have some plot armor so they can show up again for the next franchise installment.
Yeah, I think they're going to go off of this one. Idris did pretty good too. I forgot Idris was in this. He plays Bloodsport. He did a pretty damn good job in this shit. He's not really a funny, witty character. He's more actiony. He did a pretty good job in this shit. Like he did pretty good. I'm sorry, Will Smith. He did way better than you. No cap.
Abundantly clear that
he's just a good ass actor. Not the weasel.
I hope so.
That gives it a rare sense of danger, similar to the glory days of Game of
I heard Sylvester Stallone played the shark.
Could have been your favorite characters last. And when these characters get killed off, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's
Director
definitely
James
not.
Gunn taps into his early days as a gross-out provocateur. They don't just go down. The thoroughly R-rated movie seems to revel in seeing them get sliced and diced, with no detail spared in the chunky bits of viscera.
Rip that man
These
apart.
over-the-top deaths are sometimes shocking, sometimes hilarious, and other times gut-wrenchingly emotional. But they'll always evoke some kind of significant reaction, and that's what makes it all work. In this way, the Suicide Squad allows Gunn to lean into everything he does best. He masterfully weaves action and drama.
Yeah, this
with
was a
wit,
good ass
humor,
movie. I like
and
that part
while
too with
we've
Harley
seen
Quinn.
it-
Harley Quinn had a huge role in this movie. Huge. This might have been Harley Quinn 2 or the second movie to her movie. She was in this shit a lot. Like
from
she had a lot of screen
Guardians of the
time.
Galaxy director before,
Yeah,
there's
this part
something
was
more
funny.
ingenious at work here. While the film may be a superhero war caper on the surface, underneath it's a fascinating examination of DC's bottom of the barrel baddies. Even
Yeah.
the weirdest of the weird, like Polka Dot Man and Ratcatcher 2. are
Yeah, I didn't
just
understand
worth
Polka
exploring.
Dot Man. He was
Gunn
pretty cool
really
though.
has a soft
Polka Dot Man was
spot
pretty
for
coul.
outcasts and misfits, and here he creates a twisted.
I hate
yet
that Peter
touching
guy. I don't like
tribute
him.
to DC's
He's not funny.
sad and broken supervillains. Gunn has previously professed his love for the classic Suicide Squad comic book run by John Ostrander, and while the movie certainly is not a direct adaptation of that story, it wears its influence with pride. The tone is gritty and tense. Viola Davis is once again a force of nature as Amanda Waller,
A goat. Viola Davis, a freaking goat.
and there are plenty of
A goat.
high-stakes twists and turns. Those elements are generously lathered with Gunn's crude, belligerent, and absolutely wild sense of humor, which is also offered to the spectacular cast.
She's
Idris
talking
Elba
about
and
if you
John
breathe, if you cough without covering your mouth, you die.
Cena are hilarious as rival assassins Bloodsport and Peacemaker, especially in a
I didn't
fight
understand
sequence where they
Peacemaker and
try to
Bloodsport's
outkill
beef,
each
but
other. That's
it was pretty
nothing
cool though.
short
John Cena's
of
pretty funny.
brilliant.
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
Joel Kinnaman
Yeah,
returning
Pete-
as Rick
John Cena
Flag
did pretty
is
good in this-
thankfully spared the
in
sort
this
of
movie, though.
cheesy
He did
lines
pretty
was
good.
forced to work with in the 2016 movie and gives us someone
That man
to
said
root
birds.
for. His dynamic with Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, a rare friendship based on mutual respect, is a highlight of the movie. And speaking of the Maiden of Mischief, the Suicide Squad is by far Robbie's best turn as Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
She's
for
funnier
sure.
and more unpredictable than ever. Gunn has her slipping into pure insanity.
Yeah, she
and the
was
film can't
she played better in this one than she did in her own boot and her own movie and in on the other Suicide Squad. She was really good in this one. Like this one, she really became Harley Quinn in this one. The other one was kind of like, they kind of like forced that shit. And this one, she really played like the hell out of this shit.
can't help but go off the rails to follow her down.
I said
the
Harley
rabbit
Quinn played the
hole.
Harley
If
shit.
There is a weak point. It lies with the squad's one-dimensional antagonists. In particular,
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi's Thinker feels underutilized. Still, this is a small complaint. As the movie
Yeah, I
finds
didn't
more
like. I
evidence
didn't understand if Thinker even like this guy right here. I didn't understand if this guy even had power. Like I don't know. Like they never really explain what that shit was on his head. Like what is this? I still don't know. It makes him think harder. I don't fuck. Like why is this all these things in your head for? You feel me? Like what are you doing up there, bro? I don't know. They should have explained that a little bit more. Like I said, the story was ass. They're actually deep diving into the story right now. It was pretty trash.
small complaint,
Ooh.
as the movie mines more than enough tension and danger from the core team members to keep us invested.
Are you in or out?
Verdict. Like I said, I'm giving this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. The way they're actually talking about this movie, man. I was wrong on Fast 9, but I'm not gonna be wrong here. They're gonna rate this movie a 7. Just letting you guys know that right now. Just because we are movie heads.
Good. Let's
Watch.
meet your team.
James Gunn absolutely kills it with The Suicide Squad, a bloody, chaotic ride from start to finish that finally does justice to Task Force X. It's endlessly shocking and
Bro, a 9? Bro. A 9? I gotta be going harsh on these movies. I have to be a little bit too harsh on these movies. A 9, bro? A 9. A 9 says amazing to IGN. A 9? What was 9 about this movie? Was it a 9 for James Gunn directing the movie? Or was it just a 9 because you like James Gunn? Which one was it, bro? This movie is not no 9. I thought he was gonna say like an 8. I gave it a 7.5. You know what? Fuck it. I give it an 8. A 9?
funny, delivering delivering an inspired showcase of DC's F-list villains.
A
For more,
9?
check out our reviews of Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2 and The Green Knight. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Man, IGN. Y'all got IGN, you guys must got nothing to react to right now. Absolutely nothing. You guys must have not seen any movie right now. But as always, man, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Calico TV, aka the Do-Rag King. IGN is off that bullshit, baby. Catch y'all on the next one, man. What the fuck, IGN?